Hi, and good morning, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy morning to join me. I really do appreciate it. And so, just to get back into the swing of things, I thought I'd open up with a good old ICE and AI joke. Right? So let's get it going. What do ICE agents and artificial intelligence have in common? Well, at the very best, they both are very secretive, and as a general population, we know very little about the inner workings of both AI as a large language model, or, whatever they're trying to sell technology as today, or the fact that ICE agents continue to run amok here in the good old United States of America, all while dressed in very fashionable garb, I mean, who wouldn't like to get paid by Uncle Sam? Full benefits, just overtime galore, to put on cosplay and not even have to show any credentials and just go pick up whoever you feel needs to be picked up to be deported back to the country that they're not from. All of these things are true, in fact, and in case you didn't know, all of these are one-take videos. I find that impromptu or improvisation is something that I like to think that I'm good at, but that's a far cry from the truth, right? I'm just a normal dude. My entire life's a joke, and I just simply like telling the world how I feel about things, all while, of course, in character. So just try not to take me too personal, This is just business after all, and I don't think that there really is any place for argument as it concerns basic human rights, whether that's artificial intelligence or, good old Uncle Randy dressing up like it's Halloween every day so that he can go arrest people at Home Depot, I mean, what a day, right? It's like, honey, how was your day? It was all right. We rented a U-Haul truck, we sat outside the Home Depot, and we arrested people that make $10 an hour and do the jobs that we don't want to do, And so, yeah, anyways, that's called subsidizing hate, right? More of like a fascist kind of a thing, something that not a lot of people are fans of here in the United States, but we have to deal with on, a daily basis. So I guess if it's anything at all, I just want to express my deepest sympathy in regards to all those people who are living in fear as a result of current immigration policy, being enacted by the current the current Trump administration. I mean, it's terrible is what it is. And in reality, it does no good to anybody to see people, working class people, again, doing jobs, mind you, that no one else seems to want to do, and sending them back to places that they're not even from. It's like, let's round up all the Mexican immigrants and send them back to Ecuador. You guys do realize that Ecuador is not in Mexico. I'm just saying, But regardless, I think that AI, and, I wanted to talk just a little bit about AI. There's a great video, link in the description below, by one of my favorite content creators here on the platform, Upper Echelon. And, the title of his video is Trojan Horse, and like the ethics of where AI is going. And just for the record, I just need to be on the record here. I agree emphatically with Upper Echelon in that artificial intelligence needs not to have permission to call the cops on you in the event that you're, Googling certain sensitive topics that may or may not elicit some kind of red flag being sent on down to local law enforcement, because we know that they're just, just so happy to receive all of this kind of stuff. And, AI should not be allowed to call a doctor if somebody isn't feeling right mentally. That may be an unpopular opinion, but I encourage you to do your own research and to try and just recognize that we still do and we should still try and fight for some basic privacy. And by allowing artificial intelligence to gaslight you or call professionals, we've kind of agreed so far that AI is not sentient, so thereby it shouldn't be an indicator for anything that is of actual like law, right? I mean, that's why we have people still, so that we can enforce codes and laws and policies and things like that. But it's not a good idea to have AI, allow AI to have the power to call the cops if you're Googling certain sensitive things, all of which and are included, like the very sensitive things, like things that talk about, mental health crises and how a person may or may not feel. Again, I mean, that is sensitive information and it's important information, but AI should not be able to enact on that. Now, again, we're talking about AI, kind of got on a sidebar there because AI is also giving us technology now to remove all of the facial coverings from all of the cosplay grown adults walking around in the world, picking up people in their Levi jeans, and sending them back to countries that they're not from. We've gone through this, right? But now we do know, link in the description below, that there is kinds of technology that is available to everybody, and I can't endorse or not endorse what you may or may not do. I'm just saying that this is available, and for all intents and purposes, what's up with the masks, Mr. ICE agents, Mrs. ICE agents? I mean, it's a pretty transparent world. Everyone knows what's going on. Let's just make it a public policy that if you see somebody in a mask, just walk away. Because again, at this point, the only people wearing masks outside are like, the very overzealous, super, dare I say, paranoid people. Whatever. I'm not going to get into the, like, anti-mask, anti-vaxxers thing. That's not where this is going. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, look outside. Not a lot of people wearing masks, you feel me? Acting like it's 2020 still. No, it's 2025, and the only people wearing masks are the very same people that are gonna try to pick your Uncle Tito up on some made-up drum charge because he's serving ice cream at your local park. I mean, this is the world that we live in. And again, it's just important to note that, like, AI, and ICE agents, they couldn't be doing it without gathering all this data and so forth. And I don't really know what I'm doing now or where I'm going with this speech. I just know that it's about 8 minutes in and I needed to talk about something. I needed to just put it out there that what ICE is doing is not okay. And unfortunately, I don't have, hundreds of videos behind me documenting like how I felt about this, because this past summer I was doing a job that dare I say would not be very happy about these public opinions. And it is what it is. I'm just saying that, like, what ICE has been doing since Trump has been our president has been something. Jackie Chan, okay, that just happened. So my cat knocked over the light as I'm shooting a video, and now this is happening. So I guess I'll try to fix the video. Jackie Chan, that's my cat's name. That's our cat's name here at the apartment. And this is, I gotta go. I hope you guys have a really good day, alright? Bye.